Okay, so I just printed this white toner transfer using my UniNet 560, right? But I was able to cut this image in half because I needed it to be bigger than the 11 by 8.5. So I'm gonna take you into the software and show you how I was able to complete that using the Smart Cut feature in the UniNet ProRip software. Let's jump into the software. All right, so I'm in my UniNet software right now. It is the ProRip V2. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring in the image, file, import. We're gonna come down here. I'm gonna find the image, right? You can go ahead and get any image you want. Okay, so there goes the image. The image is in. Right now, before I do anything, I just want to go ahead and get this image cut. We're gonna get it cut, then we're gonna bring it in and do all the other stuff. But I'm gonna right click on my image and I'm going to come down to where it says split image using Smart Cuts. Okay, so now once you do that, it brings you into the Smart Cut software. Okay, so in this software here, first thing I want to do, I want to rotate my image. So what I'm going to do here, hit this rotate to 90 degrees. Bam. Okay, so now the width, whatever size is bigger, that's the size I want to change. So my width right here says 18 inches, but I actually want mine to be at 11.5. So I'm going to hit 11.5 in there. You change it to what size you want it to be, right? So 11.5 is going to be good enough for me. I'm going to hit OK. Now you can see it's 11.5 by 9.5. Automatically, the standard size on your UniNet 560 is smaller than this. The UniNet only prints 8.5 by 11. So that's why we need to use this feature right here. And shout out to UniNet for putting that inside of the software. So now we are good here. We got our image sized up. It's rotated. Now to add the cuts, you want to come down where it says split. Hit that split button there. In this split size page here, you're going to see two. There's a first one, which is pink, and then the second one is blue. We're going to do the first one. We're going to hit the gear button right here. There's a bunch of options in here. For me, I'm just going to do the A4. That's the sheet that I have. I'm going to hit OK. Once you hit the A4, you get this pink mark. Now in that pink box there, move it to the right until you're almost touching the top of your graphic on the right side there. Boom. You're good right there. Chill out right there. Now we're going to come down to the second tab, the blue tab. I'm going to hit that. A4 is still good. We're going to hit OK again. Now you got this blue box over here. We're going to drag this blue box over to the left until it's almost touching our graphic right there. Now you might think like, man, that's a big section. I don't want that big cut. It's not going to cut that big. It just gives the software enough space to actually think about what it needs to do here. So next thing we're going to do, there's a section down here that says split image as photo or graphic. Right now I'm doing the graphic. So I'm going to switch it to graphic and we're going to hit this smart split. Once we hit that smart split, it's going to ask you what type of garment you want to put it on. For now, I want to put it on the light garment. So I'm going to choose light. And the software is now thinking, it's doing this thing. It's going to bring us into the tab now. You can see there's two tabs. It cuts open. You got two different tabs opened up. All we're going to do now is just save this here, and it's going to kick us back into our UniNet ProRip software. Hit the save at the bottom. Agree by saying yes. And then it's going to bring you back into your UniNet ProRip software. So when it brings you back into the ProRip software, you can see now you got two pages here. The image is split in half. The top image right here you can see, and then my bottom image right here over onto the right side. Now on the left side here we got two tabs. What I want to do now, if you want to add the holes in your graphics so that it does not crack, this is how you're going to do it. So right click on the graphic, go down to properties, and in this properties menu here you're going to come down to color layout, and then come all the way down to ink removal. So now in this section here, I've tested these numbers to work. The frequency, we're going to put 30. The angle, we're going to put 50.52. Leave it on round. Don't mess with the shape. And we're going to change this whole size here to 185. You'll keep this check mark right here. Come down to the transparency, change it from 0.5, from 70, keep it at 5.00. All right, once you're done there, hit OK. That's the first piece of our graphic. And we'll come back on there. We're going to right click on it and we're going to rip only. Okay, so it's only going to do the rip. We're not going to print right now. We're going to go ahead and do it to the second one again. Right click on the second graphic, go to properties, come back down to color, layout, find your way down to ink remover. I'm going to repeat those numbers. 30 in our frequency. Angle, we're going to keep at 50.52. Hole size, we're going to keep at 185. Keep the check mark there, of course. And then we're going to come to 5.00. All right. Once you do that, every time I remove the color, every time I add those holes, I want to make sure I boost up my color. So I'm come down here to the processing option. I have it set at 10 right now. We can boost it up a bit. Boom, boom. I'm going to do 12 for the sake of this video. And we're going to hit OK. All right. So once you do that, come back to this graphic here. We're going to go ahead and rip only again. Okay. So now it's ripped. If we really want to see what those holes look like, there's going to be a window that pops up. Just right click on it. Go to where it says, right click on one of the options there. Go to where it says view raw data. Now, to really double check, once you click on that view raw data, this is the screen right here that you're going to see, right? You see the holes are in there. If yours is not showing, just go to 25%. You'll be able to see the holes in this graphic here. And you can do the same thing to the other graphic. All right, so that's exactly how you're going to do it. And this is how I did it to get this image right here. And now you can send that to the printer. It's going to print into 2 sheets because you got 2 pages there. And this thing is going to line up nice and perfectly without any struggle. All right. So if you like this video, go ahead, like it, share it with somebody. Let me know what you learned in the comments. And I'll see you on the next video. Check out this other video right here and see how you can now add more to your shop using the UniNet iColor software.